Good evening, gamers, and welcome to the digital deluxe edition of Highscore Headquarters, including the Game Awards Starter Pack.
For this feature, we're going to be swinging like Spider-Man through a Super Mario Wonder that'll bring you to tears in the kingdom. Don't be an evil resident, you want to be Alan Wake 2, see this one. Or you might get locked in the Baldur's Gate 3.
Tonight, we'll be covering the timeline of events surrounding the Game Awards, before, during, and after.
We also have a special guest in the studio to tackle some of the biggest announcements of the ceremony, including updates and world premieres.
For the final boss, we're going to take a look at the awards themselves and cast some of our ults along the way. All of that and more tonight on Highscore Headquarters.
Good evening, gamers. I'm Jacob Perdue.
And I'm Bradlee Logan. Thanks for logging in tonight.
Before the main event, there were numerous announcements made about the Game Awards itself made on the event's official socials. Among the announcements were the presenters, including celebrity guest stars like Walton Goggins, Anthony Mackie, Timothy Chalamet, and even the great Gonzo? There were also various sweepstakes and giveaways, such as a Steam Deck OLED edition, a 4-person trip to Super Nintendo World in Universal Studios Orlando.
Fans had plenty of expectations going into the event, especially with certain companies dropping the teases before the show. Companies like Discord, Sega, and Epic Games all urged their audiences to tune into the Game Awards, with Sega using the graphic to hype up the fans. As the minutes became seconds and the Game Awards opening ceremony began, a few introductory awards were dropped before the main event. Super Mario Bros. Wonder got the ball rolling by winning Best Family Game, followed by Forza Motorsport for the Innovation in Accessibility Award. The Innovation in Accessibility Award is given to titles that create inclusive gaming experiences for, quote, people of all abilities to experience the medium of gaming, end quote.
Bringing the opening ceremony to a close, there were the award recognitions for esports. Valorant won Esports Game of the Year, and Potter from Evil Geniuses won the Best Esports Coach Award. Potter brought her team to victory in the Valorant Champions Tour earlier this year. For other esports awards, JD Gaming won the Best Esports Team Award. Faker from T1 claimed the Best Esports Athlete Award. League Worlds 2023 won the Best Esports Event Award. You can check out our coverage of the event on our League Worlds episode of Highscore Headquarters. Up next, we'll be snapping the ball over to a special guest to talk about some updates for existing games and previously teased titles.
Snake, you know who that is?
Kept you waiting, huh? I'm JP Barry, arriving in an hour of need to spread the gospel of gaming. Many existing titles received some love during the Game Awards this year in the form of remakes, DLC, or even just new trailers. To start, Persona 3 Reloaded received a new trailer featuring in-game footage and all new cutscenes ahead of its imminent February release. God of War Ragnarok, released last November, is receiving a new, free DLC update titled Valhalla, which releases December 12th. Final Fantasy XVI, which released this past summer, also is getting 2 waves of DLC, Echoes of the Fallen, which released the day of the Game Awards, and The Rising Tide, releasing in spring 2024. And finally, a long-awaited continuation of a popular Dragon Ball game series, Dragon Ball Sparking Zero. This title was a previously teased Budokai Tenkaichi game and now has a colorful trailer and a proper title to boot. That'll be everything from me about games we already knew, but I'll be back later to hit some of the big world premieres that were announced during the awards ceremony. Stay plugged in, you won't want to miss it.
The main ceremony of the Game Awards included various announcements, performances, and of course, awards. Jeff Keighley, host of the Game Awards, started off the event with some heartfelt words about video games and giving shoutouts to people in the crowd, specifically the team from Capcom and the 40th anniversary of the company. He then introduced Christopher Judge, the voice of Kratos in God of War, to announce the award for Best Performance. The Best Performance award was given to Neil Newbon for his role as Asterion in Baldur's Gate 3. Afterwards, celebrity actor Matthew McConaughey made a surprise appearance on stage to announce his role in a new space-themed game, Exodus.
And I was going to come out and I was going to say the line that has preceded me all my career, all right, all right, all right. But they told me, they said, no, 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 don't do that. Come out and say, pew, pew, pew.
The next award to be given was for Best Narrative, which was taken swiftly by Alan Wake 2. Alan Wake 2 would go on later into the ceremony to win awards for both Best Game Direction and Best Art Direction. When Gonzo arrived, Jeff Keighley asked him what types of games he's been playing this year. Gonzo said he was playing games that involved chickens. Most specifically, the chicken mission from Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. He said that he kept retrying in order to get a slower time, and as such, not completed the game.
Hey, you guys got a minute? I'd like to show you how many of this year's greatest games all revolve around one central theme. Check this out.
Got the case board? Yeah, that's quite a conspiracy you've uncovered.
I know. You probably think I'm obsessed with chickens, and I can't appreciate video games beyond this one very specific interest.
I mean, yeah, I think we're all thinking that.
Yeah, maybe.
That entertaining exchange was followed by the Best Debut Indie Game award, claimed by Cocoon, beating out Dredge and Pizza Tower. The Best Independent title, however, was awarded to Sea of Stars, an action-adventure role-playing game. Pizza Tower is snubbed.
I've seen Sea of Stars. It's not my...
I've never heard of it. Anyways.
Fair enough. Up next, we will once again take you out of the studio to see what SGTV gamers think their personal game of the year is. Keep it locked. You won't want to miss it.
What is your game of the year?
So,
Hello Kitty Island Adventure.
my game of the year is the best game of all time to ever release. Don't you agree? It is the best game ever. I'm gonna need you to hold this for a second.
Yeah, I got
I'll
this.
tell you all about the
Yep.
game, and I'm gonna come back in a second.
So this game was released earlier.
Yeah, my game of the year is Street Fighter 6. I think it's just really fun. I didn't complete any games this year, actually. Just Strike the M altogether.
And it's one of the games ever, if not the best game ever. I know why I think it's really awesome. Can you tell us why you think it's a Baldur's sweep?
Beth.
So this year wasn't very productive for me in video games. About like a week ago, I would have said that I played about like 3 actual games.
So my game of the year came out actually 25 years ago.
So MK1 was one of them. Diablo 4 I played about 4 hours of. And the only game that I finished this year was Final Fantasy Freddy's Security Breach. Can't say that one.
But I don't know. I haven't had that much fun playing a game in like so long, and just going into the battle hub with my friends, going into like private lobbies, going on like a full training arc with my main man Ken Masters was it was a real joy.
This year marked the 25th anniversary of Half-Life, the first original Half-Life, and they had like a huge content patch for it. They made it basically the most definitive version of Half-Life ever. They patched a lot of cool stuff. They included a lot of cut content, a lot of beta content was included in the game.
The best game, Baldur's Sweep and Alan's Sleep, baby. Best game ever of all time.
That recently I've been playing Lies of P, and that'll be my game of the year. I don't like Souls games. Still good though, so that's something.
I remember when I first started playing Baldur's Gate, that the characters felt so real. I would literally go to bed thinking about them as if they were real people.
Repurposed a lot of old assets into sort of this newer release, added new maps to the deathmatch mode, which is now built in to like the Half-Life on Steam.
And I'm not ashamed to admit that because they were so well written, so well voice acted. Their performances are amazing. The writing is amazing. They are genuine characters that are so four-dimensional. They're four-dimensional, not just three-dimensional. That's 4 dimensions, baby.
Don't cut me off yet. Don't.
It was just really fun to see my buddies play through it for the first time, and now they got to play like sort of the definitive experience. So yeah, Half-Life is my game of the year. It's also because I haven't played anything else, but I digress.
Neil Newman, if you're out there, I love you so much, and you're the greatest, and you're super cool, and you voice an awesome character that sticks with a lot of people, and I bet everyone watching this will agree with me.
Also, Larian Studios has amazing community involvement. To see the literal voice cast of the game playing in like a D&D campaign online, and I think we're already on patch number 5 in terms of like big changes that they've added certain physics to the game. They've changed endings to the game. They've allowed you to change your the way you look. They've really already changed a lot, and and the game was already complete when it came out.
I just want to let everyone know that their opinions are wrong. Anyway, I'm JP Barry, and I'm back to introduce some of the world premieres, never-before-seen games that were announced during the Game Awards. Starting off, Sega announced a multitude of new games with familiar titles and a special trailer. Announcements included were new remakes of Streets of Rage, Golden Axe, Jet Set Radio, Crazy Taxi, Shinobi, and more to be announced. Hideo Kojima arrived on stage to announce his new project, OD, also known as Overdose. He is working on this project with actor and screenwriter Jordan Peele, who said he was very excited to work on this game with Kojima. Additionally, Capcom announced a brand new Monster Hunter game called Monster Hunter Wilds, marking the 6th generation of Monster Hunter games. Jurassic Park Survival was announced as a revitalization of an old game series, which is a first-person survival horror game. And finally, from the creators of Dishonored and Deathloop, a new game featuring the half-vampire Blade from Marvel is in the works. I'm personally a massive Blade fan. He is my favorite superhero. He's my favorite, comic book character. I love the movies. Wesley Snipes' portrayal of him is one of my favorite acting jobs in the history of movies and TVs, and it's just gonna be so cool to get to actually play as him. I'm very excited to see how this goes. I don't think there was a better choice in terms of developers than Arcane. They did Dishonored, like I mentioned, and being produced and helped by Bethesda, and that is going to be huge and a lot of fun. I'm really kind of hoping that it's in first person, but I'm not going to budge any other way. This is a game that I will be pre-ordering from day one, and that's going to be everything from me for this episode of Highscore Headquarters. Thanks for having me on. Up next, we'll be sending it back to the desk to discuss what you've all been waiting for, the Game of the Year.
Prior to the final award announcement of the night was a musical melody of all the games nominated for this year performed by the Game Awards Orchestra. Timothée Chalamet arrived on the stage with a faded card in hand, holding the name of the 2023 Game of the Year. Here is the reaction of our Highscore Headquarters reporting, reacting to the big reveal.
And the Game of the Year is
Resident Evil 4.
Baldur's Gate 3.
With Baldur's Gate 3 officially crowned the Game of the Year, the audience could rest easy knowing that it was not Alan Wake 2. I don't really have that much of a personal opinion on it.
If it was Alan Wake 2, I was going to be punished in the studio. I'm very happy that it was not Alan Wake 2.
While we are gamers, and as such, we know video games, we aren't always perfect. Sometimes, even the professionals have to respawn from time to time.
As such, we compiled a collection of every time we've fallen into a pit, depleted our health bar, or messed up a line. Welcome to Highscore Headquarters, the Director's Cut. This is gonna be the best bloopers ever.
Is this constantly rolling?
I'll dance.
Start doing
I'll dance by the camera.
Alright.
Yeah, call time was at 6, okay?
Yeah,
Where were you?
6 plus 6:30.
I said that so weirdly.
And I'm Jacob Perdue. My name's spelled wrong.
3 to 1? Okay, I can get that.
I'm a nerd, so I know that.
You're fine.
I am the best.
Okay.
I almost broke my hand.
That's okay.
That would have been a funny blooper.
It's the Italians! The Italians! You can't say that in the studio. Oh. Ah.
Social media's official social.
We got video games.
End quote. Is it titled Like a Dragon Gaiden? Gaiden. It's titled Like a Dragon Gaiden. Next up we have Like a Dragon Gaiden, the man who erased his name. Okay, that is a mouthful of a title. Yakuza. Is it Yakuza? Cool.
Hey, big time players make big time plays.
So we're all good, but
each other. That's a little too close.
Here, I'm Box King. That's my new thing. I'm the Box King.
Wow. TV Gamer, JW, I don't know how to pronounce your last name, man.
Yeah, I was waiting for the box.
Yeah!
Get back on the floor.
Stand on your box. You're like a mom trying to get like the family picture.
Come on.
Dude, I don't know why that messed me up so bad.
Was a previously teased Budokai Tenkaichi. Yeah, the Japanese name that I butchered. I was close. Budokai Tenkaichi. Budokai Tenkaichi. Budokai Tenkaichi. Budokai Tenkaichi. Budokai Tenkaichi. All right. It's the first time I've ever tripped up on a prompter.
Oh, good.
Hi.
Hey guys.
This is my box.
This is my box.
Because I'm doing the Yahoo, and I have a pretty good Mario impression, which is actually Chris Pratt, so actually I'm...
Yeah. I'm actually Garfield.
Yeah. Do we need to move it out, or?
No, it's good.
Okay.
You can see your hair.
What did I say?
So it's
I'm
like...
not a teen.
I'm not a teen,
I
so
may
this
be-
doesn't matter to me.
Dodgeball is a great movie.
I'm done.
Whoa. Oh, I get to smile?
I'm supposed to read the line above it.
No.
All right, well.
Okay, sled. Good job, y'all.
You know, everything...
Please,
come back, please! I can't... Let's go. Yeah. Wait, yeah.
We are gamers.
We are gamers.
What are you?
We did it, Reddit.
We did it, Reddit. Well, since it is our third show, it seems we are on our last life. So unfortunately, we're going to sign off for tonight's episode of SGTV's Highscore Headquarters.
Be sure to follow us on Instagram, X, and Facebook at SGTV at USC.
To keep up with all of our content, be sure to also visit us online at sgtv@usc.com. For SGTV, I'm Bradlee Logan.
And I'm Jacob Perdue. From all of us here at SGTV, have a great night, gamers. Game over.
Baldur's Gate sweep!
Alan Wake! Alan